What's up, YouTube? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about Isaiahh Loudermilk, defensive lineman out of Wisconsin. The Pittsburgh Steelers drafted him in the 5th round. And if you watch my day 3 draft stream, I had no idea who this guy was when they drafted him. Some of these guys I had already watched film on prior. I just didn't get a chance to do the video. But I had never heard of him. But I've now watched the film, so I can kind of give my opinion. So he's 6'5" and 274 pounds. I do see him as more of a 3-4 defensive end for Pittsburgh. He is a very high-effort guy. That is one thing I do like to see. But it does kind of work against him a little bit because sometimes he does work himself out of position. So some discipline and coaching could really help him out there. But he is willing to eat blocks and do the dirty work and everything like that to set his teammates up, which is nice to see. He does have some pretty heavy hands, which when he punches you in the chest, like he actually moves people a little bit. I'd like to see him implement that a little bit more. When he uses those hands, I'd like to see him use that to do a nice swim move, get a nice club hand over the top. I think he'd be pretty good with that. I think he can actually be a okay player if you develop him right. And he will get his hands up to try to swipe the ball on passing plays, so that's one thing I do like. He will have a little bit of an issue with his arm length because his arms are kind of short. So that is a little bit of a concern, and that is going to kind of go into him not using his hands properly. But I think if he can learn to have a proper hand fight, I think that'll help a lot at the next level. But he's really going to need that, especially in Pittsburgh, because he's obviously too big and not athletic enough to play like 3-4 outside linebacker or anything like that. He has to play inside. And with Pittsburgh being a 3-4 and you're in a two-gapping scheme, you have to be able to use your hands and shed people off of you. So that just kind of is what that is. He also needs to start rushing with a plan a little bit. But honestly, for me, I think that this guy is just kind of a raw player that could develop into more. And I think 5th round is pretty ideal for getting players like that. He does seem to have some strength to him. He has a little bit of athleticism for his size. He just really needs to work on the technique. Like I said, he does have a really, really good motor, which I love. Hopefully the motor on the field translates to his work ethic off the field so he continues to develop those skills. And luckily for him, he doesn't have to come in and start right away. Pittsburgh's got other guys at that position above him, so he can afford to work on those skills. Also, if he's going to be in a 3-4, gaining a little bit of weight, getting a little stronger, couldn't hurt either. But, yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.